Bettie Page, issue number 2. We're back at it, folks. What a fun little book that's just made for me. Sometimes that's all you want to do. I cover a lot of stuff on here that I like. I try just to talk about books that I'm enthusiastic about because I want to, spread awareness to things that excite me. There's books that I should be talking about that I don't just because I have no desire to talk about things I don't like. This is one of the ones that's just for me. You know, if nobody's watching this video, and there's been a couple of, good hits for the first issue, I'm still going to talk about it just because, this is just my type of fun. A pin-up princess having a good time in Italy, and she's going on a little caper. That's what we're doing here. At the end of the last issue, we found out that there's a doppelganger that looks just like Betty, and she's staying in Eugenio's big, house and mansion. And suddenly the lights go out and everything's black and there's a crash and we're trying to figure out what's going on. So Karen and Betty, and Karen being Betty's assistant, what was that? Everything's dark, I can't hear you. And suddenly somebody is grabbing a hold of Betty and dragging her out. And we're like, what's going on? What's happening? Ben shows up and he turns on a flashlight and we see there's a broken window behind Karen. It's I know what you're thinking, Ben. This looks like Betty, but it's not Betty. This is a doppelganger person that looks just like Betty. Betty went through the window. Somebody kidnapped her. I don't know who it was. And that's when we see that our nice little imposter is yeah, some scumbags took her. I'm guessing it was the Spudo cousins. I recognize their voices. They work for my grandfather. Nasty people. I'm going to go cut them up like we back in Sicily. I'm whoa. Whoa, okay. Dark, cool mobster Betty. That's what we're doing here. So this version, her name is Lisa Costi, so I'll just call her Lisa. Lisa heads out. She's like, you took the wrong one, you knuckleheads. I'm going to beat you up for that. But luckily, Ben's got some sick wheels. And we just go on a nice little tour around Italy, just chasing after the Spudo cousins. And that's what they do. They drive off the side of a bridge. They just start heading down, cut them off, and it's working nice. And, these are some tough son of guns, right? How's Ben going to handle them? How's Benjamin Dumet going to handle them? Well, he fought in the war and he learned some fencing. So he comes out, his cane does he unsheath the cane? I think he does, yeah. And he's got a little sword, starts beating them down and they get beaten up. And they pull out a gun, but Betty socks him with a bag of money? Just a bag? I don't know. Just hits them with a bag. And we save Betty. Hooray, she's okay. But Lisa's oh, great. Now I gotta deal with this shit too. And this is the first full time that Betty and Lisa look at each other what, is this some kind of joke? She looks just like me. What's going on here? We think there's gonna be a twist where they're related? I hope not. I think it's just kind of funny. They just look alike. And then that just leads to hijinks. It's kind of exciting. They could be, slightly different. I just really like the fact that they're the exact same. That's really cool. I kind of like the idea that we just reverse the shot for the art so we don't have to try anything new. Just makes it a little more fun. So this is all because of Eugenio. We have to figure out what he's doing. Why are they after him? What's the part in all this? He's at some local establishment just making some hot dogs because he likes the American food. And then we have to lay down the law. What happened? What's going on? And we do the flashbacks in a really cool sequence, which I like. Now this, kids, is called film reel, and you can see just taking over the borders for the panels and everything. And Eugenio Vitelloni tells us the story of how he came to meet Lisa Costi. So he just found this woman that was trying to rob him. He's you're gorgeous, you're beautiful. Look at you, you're stunning. You gotta be in my movie. And she's why? You just gotta do it, okay? Trust me, it's great. Little did he know that she was running away from her mafia family and putting her in movies and making her a star. Suddenly, there was a lot of threats and Suddenly, there was a lot of threats and stuff coming his way because he is harboring not a fugitive, but somebody who has a dangerous past, and they're gonna come to get her. And his plan was, I can keep her safe and make my movie. I could bring in this beautiful woman that looks just like her, and they could take her back to the place where she needs to be, and I'll continue making my movie. And everyone's so you were just going to use Betty as bait, and you're just going to keep doing stuff with Lisa? It's I guess so. And Betty's kind of yeah, I get why you did that. It's kind of sucky that you put me in there, but you have a business to run and you want to make a movie because movie people are crazy. You know, it's kind of funny. I can't be mad at it for that. It's a really silly premise. I do like it. And you just see that there was like an original plan that Lisa had. My apologies, folks. Her name is Lisa Cosme, which is just kind of a little more fun name. But she's like, I had a plan with my boyfriend Paulo, and we kind of got separated because events happened. And this is where Betty's just like, are you kidding me? You have a boyfriend? This is a love story? This is great. You got to tell me everything. Oh boy. More flashbacks coming. So cut to the tale of Lisa Cosme, where she met a boy named Paulo, and they were star-crossed lovers because their parents were like the heads of rival gangs, and they couldn't be together, so they had a plan to run away and get out, but, you know, Paulo got caught, and she wants to find him before that happened, and because now she doesn't have any money and she's lost, that's how she met Eugenio, and now she's trying to make money so she could go find her boyfriend. That was the original plan, and I'm like, this is a fun little adventure. We have everything. Cute models, jumping a car off of a bridge, a love story as old as time. I can't hate any of the stuff this book is doing. I can't. And it's got a really cute art aesthetic. I just love it. And Bettie Page is just one of those classic characters that should be talked about more. It's just really fun. But because now it's a love story, Betty's like, okay, I'm going to help you. We're going to find your boyfriend. We're going to save his life. We're going to get everything out of the way. And maybe, just maybe, we'll make a movie, because two heads are better than one. Let's do this, Lisa. It's time for the cool ladies to do some fun stuff. And everyone's just like, oh, great. Is this what we're doing now? Karen's like, are we really going to go do this? I guess so. And we cut to a final part of the book where we see, do they name who this man is? He's just like a tabloid guy who's just like, you need service, huh? You want to get some pictures of the latest Vettaloni picture, eh? Okay. He's got like some weird nameless woman who's driving people wild across the place. It's like, oh, you want the other kind of service. Okay, well, yes, I'll figure out who this Bettie Page is and we'll get the whole work going. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. We're going to figure it all out. And we see that this photographer also has a big sniper. And he's going to go... he's going to be more than just a paparazzi. He's literally going to go kill her. You're like, okay, fun. Fun. Let's do a murder plot in here. That's just what this needs. I'm having a blast. What a fun book with some cool characters. It's just enjoyable. Like, just like the kitschy fun of just like, here are like the emoji style heads and one's being dragged away as it's being kidnapped. That's a really cool concept. The film reel as the borders is a concept I'll always love. And just this aesthetic, it's so cartoony and just animated. I just dig it a lot. Like, it's fun. I'm having a good time. I just like this kind of artwork and this kind of story. It's really enjoyable. I encourage you all to pick it up because I want more stuff like this. And we can make these big books again. Do it. It's fun. There's variant covers to pick up, kids. That's a way to sell comic books. Nobody does variant covers kind of like Dynamite, right? They just know what they're doing. It's really fun. I encourage you to read this book. I can't wait for issue 3. So, Bettie Page issue number 2, I am going to give a 7 out of 10. Now, thank you all for watching this review. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. As always, you can check me out on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. And as always, I will catch you in the next one. Have fun. Stay safe. Good luck.